Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the Sun Goku and Sun Gohan Kid and the Nimbus Cloud or Kintun exclusive edition. This was a SDCC exclusive, and then this finally came in. You could pre-order it last year on the Premium Bandai. But this comes in a shipper box, just like all their exclusives. Nothing crazy on the shipper box itself. But opening up the box, and I really like how small this package is. Opening up the box, then we actually get to see the figure and the event exclusive packaging on the inside. I like this box design. This is what Demoniacal Fit does for theirs that they copied off of Tamashii Nations. Again, this is really cool. You can see it says exclusive edition down there. You see a window shot of Goku, and then you can kind of see Gohan behind here. A pose of the figure riding Nimbus. Then on the back, we've got a couple poses you can get the figure into and a couple of his accessories. Already opened it, but yeah. And then on the side, you get another pose of the figures. So let's open this guy up and take a closer look. Okay, so here's Goku out of his packaging, and then I'll pull out Kid Gohan in a second. But just taking a look at Goku first. Looks really cool. His gi kind of looks like it has that superhero movie shading on it. Like it kind of looks like those colors with this like more desaturated orange here, and then you have the saturated orange for like the shading, quote unquote. But the blue of his gi is nice. Skin tone looks nice. Again, this is a 2.0 body, but I love this head sculpt. Like if he didn't have this head sculpt, I probably wouldn't have bought this guy at all. But I think this looks really nice, and I know they're coming out with that like retail version of this guy. I don't know if he'll have all the shading, but I'll definitely pick one up just because I want more face plates for this version of Goku, like early Z Goku. So I think he looks real good. And then taking a look at Gohan. Here is right here. I think he looks really good. This is a really cute face. I do wonder if you can put the Gohan like head that you get with Raditz on this guy. So we'll have to see how that looks and check that out. But he's got his little tail here, and then you can see the translucent 4-star Dragon Ball on his hat. And then his little tunic is really nice, and the symbol here is painted on nicely. And his shoes are painted on nicely too. He doesn't have any leg articulation, but you can see his legs down here, just green. So it looks good. So getting into articulation, it's just a basic 2.0 body, so Goku can look up about this much. The head and neck can look down about that much. Of course, you can get him to tilt side to side. Swivel, no problem there. Arms with the shoulders, they come up about this much. It's not a ton. You can get them to rotate all the way around. And then you do have kind of a butterfly joint. They don't really go in a ton, so. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Hands are on a ball peg swivel hinge combo, you know, normal SH Figuarts articulation. Then for the ab crunch, again, it's normal 2.0, so you can pop it up a little bit and get a little bit more. So you can crunch forward about that much, go back about that much. Legs get about this far in the splits, and then you could kick up about this much, this high, and then you can kick back because he doesn't have anything to block him. Thigh swivel. His little belt moves side to side too. Does have double jointed knees. Not the greatest looking, but that's fine. And then he has normal boot articulation, so they go up about that high, come down about that much, and then you can wiggle it around for an ankle rocker. Again, I can't wait till we get better shoe articulation on Goku. That'll be the day. But for now, this is what we got, and I think it still works pretty well. I don't hate the 2.0 body mold, but I am ready for something new. So taking a look at Gohan's articulation, his head just swivels. It's on I think it's on like a little ball peg. You can get it to move all the way around, tilt side to side. He can look up this much, look down that much. Even the little ponytail back here is on a little ball peg, so you can turn that around if you want. His arms go up this much, which is cool. And And then if you want to get him to come in, not at all really. It doesn't have any kind of bicep swivel, but he has a swivel up here at the top of the shoulder. And then his hands are on a little swivel. I wonder if this is just like a little straight peg, but you can move his hands, which is cool. And then for the torso, you can get him to kind of crunch forward so he can sit. And then he comes with another piece to make him sit even easier. And if you can kind of see in here, it's just like a little hinge just to make him sit. And then for the feet, they can move. They're like really tiny ball pegs. I don't think you can't even get it to do like any kind of ankle rocking, but they do move a little bit. And then the tail in the back here, it's a soft plastic, but it doesn't, at least I think you can kind of get it to move. But I think it's just meant to stay like this. So yeah, not a ton of crazy articulation, but I think that's fine for Gohan. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at his accessories. So for accessories, Goku comes with 3 other face plates besides the one he has on him. So you have the regular stern looking face here. Or I guess not really stern, but I guess determined. And then you have the happy Goku face, which I always love getting these faces. This reminds me of the original SH Figuarts Goku that we had that had like a happy smiling face. So I'm glad they gave us another one. And then he comes with the happy face looking off to the side. So this is to mimic that commercial break bumper from the original early Dragon Ball show. It's pretty cool. And then he has the teeth gritted, like angry, determined face as well, battle ready. This is also to mimic something, I believe it happens in the opening of Dragon Ball Z when it was first starting, so that's pretty cool. The teeth there are painted nicely. There's no line to separate. Actually, I think there is like a small red line actually to separate the top and bottom teeth, but you can see the sculpt there. But that looks really good. And then you get that gi piece for Gohan. So all you have to do is basically take them apart, put them back together to put this on there. And then that allows him to sit better than just having the normal one on. And then Goku comes with an alternate windswept hairpiece, which looks good. I don't know if this is the same one that came with that like effect piece kit, but it is nice, and this is for when he's on the Flying Nimbus. Then he comes with one karate chop hand, or like a, hey, my name's Goku hand. He comes with one hand that's like gripping, because this figure does come with a power pole. He has another kind of style pose hand, and this is also for holding the power pole. Like, basically just like cradling it, which is pretty cool. And then another hand that kind of actually looks like just like a little regular relaxed hand, but it is like a style pose hand as well. And then he comes with a pair of martial arts hands, which, you know, you can't have a Goku without martial arts hands. The funny thing is that this Goku does not come with any Kamehameha hands, so I think this is literally just like a Dragon Ball Z intro slash like anime bumper Goku. So that's what's in the first tray. In the second tray, because this was a big draw for most people probably, is you do get Nimbus. So you now get a big Nimbus cloud. We had the smaller one with Kid Goku, but now you get a big full-size one that you can put the big adult Goku on. And then this is the port for you to put the tail in. It's really nicely sculpted, painted. It's super light. And then the 2 holes down here for the stand. And then it's got really nice shading throughout, so it looks like a cool Nimbus cloud. I really just wish it didn't have all these seam lines in it, but I don't know if that can be helped or not in the factory. And then you get two different tails, so you get a straight one. It's just straight all the way across, as if they're like zooming. And then you get a curved one, which is pretty cool too for a more dynamic effect. And then again, you just line up the hole and you plug it in, and that's how that looks. Out a bit more. There we go. That's how it looks. Looks good. Have that nice gradient from yellow to like a lightish color, lightish yellow color. Then you get this little clip piece where you can put Gohan on. This actually doesn't come with any kind of stand, which is interesting. So I guess they're just hoping you have a random Tamashii stand laying around. But the final accessory that he comes with is his power pole. So this was given away free, oh my god, many moons ago at a San Diego Comic-Con. But it wasn't given away anytime after that. So I guess they just decided to pack it with this guy. And it's just a red piece of plastic. Yeah, I think these accessories are cool. I definitely don't think he should be costing $100, but that's neither here nor there. I don't have any other suggestions besides giving him a Kamehameha effect piece or some kind of energy beam effect piece. But if they're just going for anime specific, like anime opening specific Goku stuff, then I guess this works. So let's get this stuff out of the way and then take a look at some size comparisons. Okay, so for size comparison, here is the SDCC exclusive Goku standing next to the 2400 power level Vegeta and the SDCC exclusive Raditz recolor. Again, I think this height makes sense. Raditz definitely looks like an older brother. And I just like the aesthetic of all these, like the colors on Raditz, the colors on Goku, the way this Vegeta looks. I think if they do make another Vegeta and like round his eyes a little bit more, he would be closer to like this Goku, but I like the way this looks regardless. Then as you can see, Gohan here is pretty small, but I think it makes sense size-wise. And then here's this Gohan compared to the Gohan that comes with Raditz. This one's definitely bigger because it is pre-posed, so they didn't have to do too much with it. But let me see if we can actually take this head off and put it on this Gohan. Oh, it looks like the neck came off with it. Let me actually see. I don't know if this is gonna... Okay, there we go. Ah, but the peg is still stuck in there. I guess that's kind of low-key annoying. But I guess just looking at it, you could probably make it work if you got the peg out. I think that looks cute. And then for this one, that could work if you got the peg out and they put this in here. I will say that these two Gohan heads, this one's a matte finish and this one's more glossy. So that's one thing to take note of. That's pretty much it. These guys look pretty much the same, just one being bigger than the other. But yeah, definitely if you can get the peg out and then put one in there versus the other one, swap them around. You could have some extra display options with like young Gohan or kid Gohan. But other than that, yeah, looks great. And then here's Goku compared to a Vegeta that I put on the older Battle Clothes head with the Super Saiyan Blue body, and then a Yamcha from the Android saga. I think these scale together well as well. Vegeta's looking a little bit taller than his younger counterpart, but I still think that the scaling looks good. And then here he is standing next to a couple of Marvel Legends. So Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the animated series, and then a Marvel Legends Iron Man. Again, I think he comes in at a fine height. Import figures aren't super tall, especially from SH Figuarts, so I think this is a good lineup. And then finally, if you want him to stand on your Jada Toy shelf or fight some of your Jada Toys figures, I do think that this lineup is really nice as well. He stands pretty much as tall as Chun-Li. And if DJ is like super tall, then I guess this looks good for a size comparison. But yeah, looks great. So for my final thoughts, I like this figure. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I'm definitely excited for the retail normal release of this guy so I can get more faceplates. The Kid Gohan accessory is a nice add-in, but I do think it shouldn't have been $100 on Premium Bandai. It shouldn't even have been $100 if you go to SDCC, but again, I digress. It's a 2.0 body. I think that the most they had to do was probably blow up the the Kinton model and make it a little bit bigger from the Kid Goku version, and then put a different head and do some articulation with the Kid Gohan. But maybe even then they had a tiny body because they had Chiaotzu, so they could have done something there. I just think they could have cut costs somewhere. But yeah, let me know if you guys got this figure. If you want to pick them up, again, it's sold out on Premium Bandai. I know they're doing a Tamashii Lightning Wing thing, but I heard that was a disaster. So if he was up on there, good luck getting him. Hope you did. If not, you got to look at the aftermarket now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.